babu wani kama da kai, ai babu wani.
Yeah, hello everybody. You're welcome to yet another edition of Africa's Realities. As usual, my name is Mr. Johnson Yakubu Sani, and today I'm out with another video. And today, the 1st of October 2024 is Nigeria's Independence Day. Nigeria got her independence on the 1st of October 1960, and today Nigeria is 64 years old. So happy birthday to Nigeria. But do we really have any reason to celebrate? Because Nigeria of today, my brother, is not what Nigeria is supposed to be. Yes, today is our independence. Yes, it is good for we to have self-rule. Yes, it's good for us not to have white people. I don't want to talk negative thing maybe against my brothers, South Africa, everything. So maybe, was it a blessing that we didn't have white people? That white people gave us independence and left our shores and went back to their country? Was it a blessing? Or would we have been better off if we had white people like the South Africans who white people never gave their independence and left or leave, but the white people have become an integral part of them? Because when we see a white person or white person's managed country have always been different from black people managed countries. But God will help Nigeria. But this is an Independence Day content, and I termed it that Nigeria, a country that was destroyed by its people. We Nigerians, we have destroyed this country called Nigeria. Without apology, I still say Nigerians destroyed Nigeria. And Nigeria, that is supposed to be one of the greatest countries in the world, is now the most backward country of the world. Why? Why? With all the potentials, with everything that this country has, just 64 years old, human beings have destroyed the country. Now, what went wrong? What actually went wrong? Because on the day that the British gave independence to Nigeria, on the 1st of October 1960, even the British were saying that this country that they are giving independence to is going to be one of the greatest countries of the world. They look at what Nigeria has, the natural resources, the things that God has blessed this country with. And they say this is going to be one of the best countries of the world. So what went wrong? Where did we get it wrong? Because Nigeria, we've got a lot of things very wrong. And at 64, we really have nothing to be proud of. We really have nothing to celebrate. Our independence from white people, we have nothing to celebrate. The only thing we can celebrate is the fact that we didn't have any white man domineering us. That's all. Apart that we don't have any white man domineering us, and we didn't grow up with having inferiority to white people, because we never had any white people being superior to us. So we don't have any inferiority complex to any white person. That is the only plus we have as Nigerians. Apart from that, what good do we have as Nigerians? Because human beings by themselves brought system that didn't make them progress, and they went backward, and they, I don't know. But I'm going to enumerate some of the things that have brought Nigeria into where it is today, which is somewhat a failed country. I don't want us to call us a failed country, But if you look at the yardsticks of the failed countries, you find out that We have many of the factors that are used as yardstick to identify a failed country. But I'll just tell us some of the reasons why Nigeria hasn't or couldn't reach its potential or half of its potential. And I'm going to tell us now. Now, like I said in a video I did yesterday, so I'm going to talk this in briefly. One of the big problems we have in Nigeria is ethnic divisions. Even I'm a Christian, the Bible says that when you see people divided against themselves, a house divided against itself shall not stand. And this is very akin to Nigeria. And another biblical word says that God saw the people, that is Genesis 11, and he see that the people are one. And this thing that they imagine to do, nothing can restrict them. So for God to even restrict them, God had to disunite them. Because they are one on a wrong course. God says that this evil thing that these people have imagined to do, because they are one. Because they are one, God by himself said he cannot restrain them from doing it. So the only thing that God did was to disunite them, that you cannot speak and I hear what you can speak, for him to stop them. This is the power of a united people. This is the power of people who have chosen something in one accord, who have one purpose. These are the results of people who pursue a purpose united. Sorry. So, when you see a disunited people, they don't achieve anything. And we are very disunited in Nigeria. We are disunited in terms of tribes. We are disunited in terms of religion. This unity. So we don't do things for the general good of all. We just do things because of our tribe. This thing must favor our tribe. This thing must favor our region. That is all everybody is doing. And at the end, we don't have a country that is functional. It's a mess. We really have to. That is why you see, when I open this channel, I am telling you guys the truth. If I had opened this channel to be making comments on gossips, like most people are doing, maybe I'll come and say, oh, Bobrisky and Davido. Hey, Bobrisky said this. Hey, baby Davido. Very dark man. Oh, look at what this dark man. You will see the kind of views I'll be making. I'm telling you. But because I found out that it's not all about being monetized and being making money. No, it's about come and touch the real problems of Nigeria. Maybe one or two persons will listen to this, and maybe this is my own contribution to see that we have a better Nigeria. That's why you see me, I come hard against people who want to disintegrate Nigeria. I came hard against people who are not playing the part of unity, because lack of unity has not gotten us anywhere, and lack of unity has destroyed us, and lack of unity will continue to destroy us if we don't become united and look at what the betterment for this country, and instead of these ethnic and religious divisions that we throw to ourselves. Now, the second reason is corruption. Corruption, that when you don't think of when you don't have a holistic care for the entire country, but you think of yourself, and everybody is just thinking about he or herself. A country, that is why it is an African thing. I don't know why Africa will only think about ourselves. We are very selfish. We are never selfless. And this is the reason why we Africans have not been able to be productive. We don't produce anything. We are importers of everything. We are importers. China, we manufacture things and they'll bring them. All countries of the world are manufacturing. We Africans are only to buy and consume. Why? Is because we are not united and we are corrupt. When people are selfless, they tend to be productive. When they are selfless, when I will bring my effort, you bring your effort, everybody brings his effort, we bring our effort, and we're not thinking of ourselves, we are thinking of a product. We need to get the product done, and everybody is selfless. Everybody is thinking, no, this product that we want to achieve, we must achieve it, and nobody is thinking of myself. I must be the best, I must take the most money, and it is me. No, everybody's thinking this product must be done. We bring all our collective knowledge, we will produce things. See, the brain, the brain of the human brain is the same. Forget about the color of the skin. They are all the veins that entered into the white man's brain, and all the arteries and the veins and all the whatever the composition of a white man's brain is the same composition of a black man's brain. The only difference is wisdom. White man is using wisdom. Black men are not using wisdom, and the wisdom of white man is wisdom of collective. Of harnessing everybody's knowledge into production, while we are very individualistic and very selfish, and we cannot harness everybody, and one man cannot produce anything. No one man has the power, has the ability, has the knowledge to produce anything by himself. It has to be a combination of the knowledge of a lot of different people to bring all the little knowledge together, to be able to harness all the knowledge together to form or to build something. So when we have people who are not collective, when we have people who are very selfish, people who are individualistic, they become very corrupt. So something that will better the entire community or the entire society, somebody wants to have it all by himself and let everybody suffer because that person is corrupt. So you go and siphon everything that is for everybody just for yourself. And when you have a country that has Nigeria's level of corruption, that country will never mean anything. Now, it's not as if Nigeria is just one country where where there's money, people are just going to steal money and pack money. No, this corruption is very systemic, because every money that enters into Nigeria must be accounted for. It's been accounted for. So don't deceive yourself that every money Nigerian government made is not accounted for. Every single penny is accounted for. But how is Nigeria corrupt? Nigeria is corrupt because when we say Nigeria government made 4 trillion naira this year, this 4 trillion naira, it will be divided into projects. Now, how do people steal this money? Is because people are the ones in charge of giving out projects or signing for contractors to do projects. So it is people, it is head of this department that will sign whatever project is going to be undertaken by this department, and contractors will come to bid to be able to be the one to provide this service that this government wants to offer. Maybe government wants to build road, it has to go to construction company and bid for the construction company that you will give the contract to build this road. Now, if the construction company, now these people who are government in charge of this agency, they will now tell the construction company, they'll ask the construction companies, how much will you build this road at this quality? Maybe the construction company will say, this one will be built with 2 billion naira. Now, these government people will tell the construction company, okay, go and write a proposal and put 5 billion. Say you are going to build this road with 5 billion. Now, something that 2 billion will build, and because this company wants to make sure that he is the one that, because there are many companies vying for this, that company, even if the company is not corrupt, he will abide, because if it doesn't, another one will. So the company will go and write the petition of 5 billion naira to build this road, and these same people will be the one that will sanction it and sign it into being. And they will tell this construction company that we will sign this, 2 billion will build this thing, but we are going to pay you 5 billion. So because of you agreeing with this deal, you will take 2.5 billion. While you give us 2.5, you now corner that other 2.5 billion back into our accounts, our private accounts. So at the end, when the year come, when the auditors come, they will find out that so money has entered Nigeria, and 5 billion has gone into building this road, and so billion has gone into this, and so. They don't know that it was only 2 billion that built this road. The rest was stolen by people. That is how corrupt Nigeria is. So the bulk of the money, instead of the bulk of the money doing a lot of work, the bulk of the money does very little work because the rest are being stolen. Now, will you find a country so corrupt like that? And the corruption has trickled because the government people are so corrupt. They become our idol. When you look at people who have made it in Nigeria, they are either people in government or people who have government positions or people who have dealings with government. And that is why even the person who is not the government, he doesn't think about Nigeria, he thinks about himself. When he comes to his dealing too, he tries to see how he scams, how he still cheats, how he does everything. And the entire system is a system of corruption and fraud and scam and everybody. You cannot go into business with your eyes with relaxation, with you to go and sleep and have a good. No, you have to go into business, always opening your eyes to check. You have to check and follow, because if not, you'll be scammed. What kind of a country is this? Such country can never develop. Such country can never go anywhere. We have 60 years of independence and we are nowhere with what we have. So corruption is another reason why this country has been crippled. Now another reason why this country is crippled is tied to this ethnic division, but it's different. It's overpopulation. This country is overpopulated. At the time we got independence, at the time Nigeria got independence, it was believed that England was 60 million people, Nigeria was 50 million people. That's 1960. England was 60 million, Nigeria was 50 million. But today, England is still counting 60 million. Nigeria is counting 220 something million. This land does not increase. The entire territory of Nigeria does not increase. But we are filling it with people. The resources cannot take care of all the people. And why are we overpopulating the country? Is because of divisions. Because we are divided. And because we are divided, we don't see ourselves as one people. People want to dominate the politics of Nigeria. They want to dominate the polity. So how would they dominate? How would they make sure that they perpetuate themselves to be in power, in Nigerian power, is to give back, overpopulate Nigeria with themselves. So that when election comes, they will be winning elections. That is how they keep overpopulating themselves. And this is acting mostly with Muslims in Nigeria. So they have to call this. The Muslims, they don't do family planning, especially the Hausa Muslims. They want to populate anywhere. They believe population is an asset. How can population be an asset when you don't have the corresponding resources to go with the population? When you are overpopulated, it's not an asset, it's become a problem. Because when your resources cannot take care of all your population, it becomes a problem. But when you talk about checking population, family planning, oh my God, especially northern Nigeria, hey, they don't want anything about population. No. Population is their might. And I believe if only Hausa people are a country of themselves, they will not overpopulate themselves like that. They overpopulate themselves because they want to seize power, they want to be in charge, they want to. And how can you be overpopulated? I think you will amount to anything. And when I give such examples, some people will not say, what of China? China is 1 billion what? But we are not productive. We are not productive. We depend on natural resources. And if we depend on natural resources, these are limited resources. As if our population, we are using our brain to be manufacturers, to be innovative, to be creative, to be productive. Hey? That would have been different. But we depend on imports. And we're not productive. So why are we overpopulating ourselves? It is now believed that in the next 50 years, Nigeria will be like 5 million people. in this same geographical enclave, even 500 million people in this just one space called Nigeria, with the resources, with the limited resources we have, is going to be disastrous. So this overpopulation is caused by the divisions. So I look at, okay, Nigeria, in Nigeria today, maybe the Igbos. The Igbos, they have this thing about they are like the most superior Nigerians. They have the best culture. They are very progressive. They are the people who are result oriented. They are better than others. And you see this Igbo Hausa thing. Igbo believe they are better than Hausa. All this Malo, this they are Mumu, and the Hausas too. They have their own belief. They are meant to rule over the Igbos. They are called to rule over Igbos. They are the better people. God has chosen them to be rulers. Now, for a Hausa man to perpetuate this position of leadership that he wants to be all the time, he believes he has to overpopulate. He has to give back to children. He has to fool everywhere with children. And for the people not to be left behind, he believes too he has to try to augment his population, because his population in democracy is population that gives you the vote. But assuming we keep all this, our tribal thing, our tribe is superior, we are better people, we are Hausa, we have better culture, we are Igbos, we have better culture, we all keep this here, and we all think of Nigeria. We all think, Igbo is my brother, Hausa is my brother, Yoruba is my brother, everybody is my brother. Let's come together, let's see how we build this country, let's see how we develop this country. And we think of like that, of the country. We will not overpopulate ourselves, because there will no need some people want to dominate something. No. We just think everybody is Nigerian. Anybody in Nigeria that becomes president, good for him. Let it be somebody that will just work and give us the best. Like I kept giving example, a country like USA, you find a Bush president, and after another year, another Bush come to be president. Because all those things are not there. Hey, why must it be only the Bush? Why must it be only one family to rule America? They don't have this. They just have, okay, as America, although they have their divisions too, but their divisions are race. Black, white, Hispanic. I know they have that. But at least this feeling of togetherness, build a one country, build a better country, let's have that thing, because the divisions in America has not even bring overpopulation in Nigeria. In America, I just found out the divisions in America is bringing underpopulation. So the Americans say they don't even give back. They don't even give back like this. That's why they open immigration. That's why Trump is fighting immigration. It's immigration that is taking care. They have all forms of things that will curtail population. Gay marriage, all these anti-children, abortion, gay marriage, everything to stop people being bad and having more children. And when they have deficit, they open borders and they do the border system, that was why me I like the Republicans, because the Republicans are against all these things. The Republicans are more like, we Americans, let's give back to our children, American children that will grow in America, because American children are people who are born and bred in America. So let's have the people who take over from us, the people who are born and grow under our culture, not to bring adults who have grown somewhere into our country. Though that's by the way. But you see, why we have this overpopulation is our divisions. And our population, our resources cannot take care of our population. So we have to check overpopulation. Our overpopulation is both economically and geographically. We are overpopulated. Economically, our resources cannot take care of our population. Geographically, our territory cannot take care of our population. Now, the next point I want to give is our over-reliance on oil. Our over-reliance of oil has crippled this country. I remember when the white people are going to give independence in Nigeria, the white people say this is a country that they're giving independence to, a country that is going to be a great country in the world. They look at all the things we have. They do look at all the things in our land. They look at the blessings that God has blessed Nigeria. They say this country is going to be one of the biggest countries in the world. And look at us today. We are the most backward because we relied on one. We became a monolithic economy. A monolithic economy. Our source of foreign earning is only one product: crude oil. Look at Kenya. Kenya has source of foreign exchange, source of foreign earnings, which are like one of their main source of foreign earnings is their tourism. But they didn't just depend on tourism. They give agriculture. They are like one of the biggest producers of coffee or tea. They diversify many things that is bringing money to them. Our government only has one source of earning. When our government is making their yearly budget, they do their yearly budget based on the price of crude oil. What nonsense! If crude oil goes up, the government will have money. If crude oil goes down, the government will not have much money to do its activities, and there are no backup. So over-reliance on one product has crippled this country. Just because oil is a money that is a windfall. Oil is not the money that people toil. Nigerians, we don't toil to get oil money. We just stay, and the white people come and drill oil and pack the crude oil and go, and they give us millions of dollars, and our government spend the millions of dollars. That's all. Nobody sweats to make the money, and everybody just following, and that is why the government just went into that, and every government that comes has not thought of any other form of revenue generation. It is crude oil. And the dependence on crude oil has destroyed this country. Now, the final point I want to make is our unpatriotism. We are very unpatriotic people. I don't know, like we are the most unpatriotic people. We only become patriotic when other people who are not Nigerians are attacking Nigerians. We become patriotic. Apart from that, we are not patriotic. When you say patriotic people, are people who have thirst to see their country become something. People who are people who are selfless. People who want to build a country. You see people who are patriotic. For Nigeria, nobody is patriotic. Everybody is taking care of himself. Everybody is taking care of his family. Nobody thinks of the entire nation. And in fact, we have more regional patriotism than a national holistic patriotism. So we are very unpatriotic people. Today, in our patriotism, we have the southeastern people, the Igbo people. In fact, their own unpatriotism has gone to another way. They call the nation zoo. They call the nation what? They don't even believe it. No, now, let's have a country that we build. And not only but every other person, we are just unpatriotic. Nobody thinks of the nation, everybody thinks of himself. How can we build a country without being patriotic to the country? We are very unpatriotic people. And our unpatriotism has destroyed this country, because if our attention is not to the general good of the entire country, if our attention is only based on ourselves, that is why people just want to get whatever they want to get out of the system. What a form of the unpatriotism has destroyed us. We have to be patriotic. When you see Nigerians, nobody thinks of the nation. When you see a policeman, he doesn't think of Nigeria. He thinks of what will enter his pocket. When you see somebody working in NEPA, he doesn't think of. He is not concerned whether there is light. You have light or you don't have light. He's only thinking of what will enter his pocket. When he comes and cut off your light, he's just thinking of what you bribe him to fix back the light. When you think almost every sphere of government is corrupt, nobody thinks of the nation. And that is how we have crippled this nation. And we cannot go on like that. So we have to change our ways. We must change our ways. 64 years of a nation. You take Nigerians out of this nation. You bring Israeli into this nation. There will be no nation in the world that will be compared to this nation. You take Nigerians out of this nation. You bring British people into this nation, there will be no country in the world that will be compared to this nation. You take Nigerians out of this nation, you bring Chinese people into this nation, there will be no country in the world that will be compared to this nation. But keeping Nigeria, we Nigerians being this nation, we have destroyed the nation. And for 64 years old, what have we done to ourselves? No progress. People are making progress and leaving us behind. When you talk about individual, yes, individual. Me, I have my mansion. I build mansion. Me, I have this. Me, I have this fleet of cars. Individual. When you talk of collectively as a nation, zero. We are zero. Collectively as a nation, we are zero. And that's why they are insecurity, but that's why people are not happy. That's why you have Boko Haram. They want to cut off Nigeria to form a country of Islamic country where Sharia law, they bring Sharia law. We give them we bring more equity, we bring more discipline, we bring more, because the system. But it is not the name of the system of government that will bring the equity. It is the people willingness to make their country great that will result into a great country. You change the system of government with the same Nigeria, you bring Sharia law today, it's a lie. The Sharia law will cut off the hands of poor people, and the rich people will stay for the poor people, and nothing will be done. Are we not the same, the Hizbah? Are we not in the same Nigeria that the Hizbah man in Kano said for poor people, well, he can go out to them, and when they do something against Islam, he will do everything. And for the rich people, well, his power has not reached there, so he leaves the rich people to God. What kind of a stupid talk is that? So, may God help us. Sorry this video has taken so long. I pray you have gained something out of this video, and happy independence to Nigeria at 64. We pray we see better days ahead. We pray we have a country that will live for our children, because our fathers didn't leave a good country for us. We too, we have not done anything to leave a better country for our children. But let's begin to think now, because we have to leave a better country to our children. Look at the white man, the people who propounded science, who began science, the people of the world, Socrates, Aristotle, all of them, we call all forms of people who propounded science theories. They never saw car, they never saw aeroplane, they never saw all these things. But all it is what they propounded that people have used and have built upon, that people have whatever sophistication that the world is having today. So it is what we build today and keep on ground that our children will enjoy tomorrow. And what our children will build on ground and put on ground is what our grandchildren will enjoy. So we have to think of the country, not to think of ourselves. Thank you for watching. Till I come your way with another video, my name is Mr. Johnson Yakobusani.